So I edit a lot of projects on my own, but also with other editors. And it's really important that you have a really good workflow. Step one for me is always make bins. So you have a clear overview of all your footage, timelines, audio, graphics, grading and other stuff. What I normally do is I just make a template project and I duplicate the project every time I start on a new project. Import your footage into the project and then I make a new timeline by dragging the footage into a new timeline. And what I then do is, depending on the footage that I have, is divide the B-roll and the interview shots and just give them different colors. And then I start making selects. So I go through all the footage from the beginning to the end. What I used to do is go to the bin and then go into every clip and then make an in and out point and then drag it onto the timeline. But the downside of that is that if you are missing something or you're looking for like an extra part that you didn't notice in the beginning, you can never find it again. So the solution for that, and this is really important, especially when you work with other editors, is just have an overview of all the footage. So I have the all footage timeline over here, and so you can always go back to the all footage. So I go to the footage and then, for example, I want this part until this part, and then I just use Option and the Up key to drag it onto the layer above. So this is the clip I want to use. And then I do that for all the footage. So for example, I selected these clips. These are just 4 clips, but it would be normally a lot more, of course. And then what I do next is I copy this timeline and I call it Selects 01. And then make sure that this tool is on, because this links the video to the audio. Select all these and then right mouse, you put delete, and then you keep the clips that you've selected. This is really nice because then you have like the new timeline with all the clips that you want to use. And when it's a lot of footage still, like for example 25 minutes, I go through it again, make in and outs, and then make a selects timeline number 2. So selects then you have selects 1 and selects 2. And the upside of this is that if you work with another editor, he can see all the clips you've selected from all the footage. So he can go through the selects timelines, but also to the all footage timeline. And if he's missing something, he can go back and always see where there's something that you've maybe missed. What I also really like to do is, for example, I have my selects timeline over here. Then I make an edit timeline, I call it edit for now, just as an example. And then I open my edit timeline and then I go to my select timeline and put it over here. And then I can go to all the selects and just, if I like this, this is a good part, then I just drag it onto the timeline over here. This is a really handy workflow to have like an overview and work really quick.